Good morning, guys. Cody, Second Amendment Woodworking, back with another video. Have a request for a yard sign for Benson's window washing up in the mountains. I'll put the link in the description. He's requesting a durable yard sign made of wood, our style, kind of along the lines of what we've been doing. Didn't really want to print just some flimsy little yard sign. Thinking we're going to do a black and white cutout, possibly just laying black letters over some shiplap. I don't know. We're going to get into that. Have some ideas. We have the wood prepped over here. It's currently drying. I'm going to bring in the vector file that he sent us, and we're just going to play it by ear and see how this works. I'm picturing this thing having a picket. He's going to be able to put it into the ground, take it out pretty easy. Doesn't have to be waterproof. It's not going to be left overnight. It does live in the mountains, and it will be living in the snow, so it has to be somewhat water resistant. So with that said, let's make sure this paint's all dry, everything's ready to rock and roll. We're going to throw it into the software, and we're going to start cutting. For those of you that are already going to say it, yes, those are 2 biohazard trash cans, and yes, that is our painting easel. We need to build a new one. Real quick side note, look how cool these things are. Looks like Gabe was out here testing out some cut files, but look at this freaking Humvee. Got a truck. Damn. And we got the good old-fashioned amp lamps. This thing even has gurneys inside of it. I don't even know how the heck. Pretty cool though. Good job, Gabe. So I'm pretty sure I decided what I'm gonna do for this sign. So I'm gonna do black letters on a white melamine cutout, just like this Wayland sign. But this is white painted, just a melamine top. So these secure very easily. It is protected. And I think it'll look really good, just like this color scheme, black, the flat black onto the white. And here's my base right here that I have. So this is my 23 by 24 MDF. I'm going to just have the laser run a path of that cutout and that entire square, much like this. Sorry for the crazy camera angles. This is the cutout of the Wayland sign. Sorry, it's over a trash can. Get it together. I'm gonna have it cut exactly 23 by 24. It's gonna come over here and we'll mount it straight onto here. Then we'll trim it. I'm gonna run this thing through the laser. It'll etch where things are gonna go. We'll place it on there. And I think what I'm gonna do is just use some angle iron off each side. So each corner will have angle iron. We'll trim that into it. And then each side will have, I'm not sure the size I'm gonna use yet, but some sort of angle iron. And then you can push from the top and seat it into the ground. So let's see what we got. All right, coming over here to the laser bed. 1/4 inch MDF is laid in the bed. There's just some little dings on the corners. It's not a big deal. The actual cutting surface looks pretty good. I'm gonna come over here to the menu, go to my autofocus setting, which is very nice and convenient to have. That's gonna set an automatic focus distance for this tip on it. All right, bring this thing over, manually jog it kind of over to the middle where I think it needs to go. I'm gonna hit origin. As far as my file goes, I just sent it over. It's Benson's for Benson's window washing, as you can see in this path. And then I added a cut path for the orange. The orange path is gonna cut the square. So in theory, if I did this correctly, it's going to very lightly etch where everything needs to go, essentially making a roadmap. And the very last piece is going to cut the entire square out, which is gonna lay over on the MDF. So the next step is just to shut the laser bed, turn on all of my air and exhaust, and see what happens. One of the cool things about once we burn onto this melamine, it has a little bit of yellowing. Take some water, give it a little bath. Another thing I did was to secure this 1/4 inch MDF to this 3/4 inch or 1/2 inch was some pin nails. So I put very small pin nails here in the corners, and then within the pockets of the actual word or the letters like N, put a pin, E, S. These will all be covered up with the cutouts once they are off of the cutter. So that's the way this is going to work. And of course, we get this thing pretty much close to the final production, and we realize this is what half of the deal is. We do it, and then we realize we messed up. So these are very tall, 1/4 inch, and they're very skinny. So all of these little pieces you see, I knew it was gonna be an issue, but now that I'm actually looking at it, I have to figure out where all of these go on the sign. So what I'm gonna do, these are easy enough to do. They're big, and I think it looks good. I'll keep the trees, I'll keep these profiles, except for the mountains where all these little pieces are gonna be. In the software, I'm gonna invert this, so we're gonna cut this out. That will remove, and the one big piece is gonna lay on top of it. So, guess what we did? Changed our minds again. So, because this is a hot mess, we are going to, all right, hear me out here. We're gonna split this in half. The top part is going to be cut out now of 1/8 inch Baltic. And we are gonna use these letters as basically a puzzle. So think of these sliding in to their home, and this top part will be Baltic that's stained with black. It'll raise a little bit, and it'll be a two-tone sign. That means we have guides. So all these little pieces we're pulling off the cutting bed will slide right back in. And I think that will actually look pretty good. In the future, with these really small pieces, I wouldn't recommend having to use freaking tweezers and putting every little dot where they need to go. That's kind of ridiculous. So that's what we're gonna do. Not sure it's how it can turn out, but we're gonna try it. All right, now it's time for the world's worst puzzle. Every little piece has a home. All right, guys, check it out. So we made the sign, had a little bit of a change to the actual final design. When we were doing this, these pieces, it just wasn't realistic to cut all of these little tiny pockets out and then try to find the pieces on the laser. They were falling through the bed, and I wasn't digging the direction that this was going. I do think a two-tone sign would look pretty sweet, but we ended up cutting it in half, kind of save what we had. It looks very clean now. I'm gonna add these trees in here. This is without, and this is with. So we kind of changed the design a little bit. This will be framed out in 1.5 inch angle iron completely around it, because this is a yard sign. It's gonna have pointed stakes, be able to go into the ground. Now what I wanted to talk about is these NFC chips, little stickers. You spin around so you can kind of see it. It's a little computer chip inside of it. You're able to program through your phone exactly what you want this chip to do. Now, I like these because you're able to completely customize what happens when somebody taps their phone to this. If you've ever been to a place like a restaurant or a doctor's office or something where they have Wi-Fi and they say, hey, tap here, this is exactly what's inside of it. So you program through your phone what this little sticker does, this NFC tag. And what's cool is, like, for especially a business flag or something that pertains to you, you want to promote your business, put contact info, maps, email addresses, which is what we're going to do. You program this, throw it right here or somewhere on your sign, and someone can walk up and tap their phone. Now with this particular sign, there's nothing drawing attention to where this sticker is, so I'm going to use this as an example. But if I was going to do this again, we would incorporate something on there, a line, an arrow that says, hey, tap your phone here for more information or contact. But I want to show you how we program these things. I think it's a really cool trick, and let's jump into that. All right, we're jumping over here to the iPad real quick to grab some audio, checking out a screen recording. So NFC Tools App is available on Android and iOS. What you do is, once you have your sticker, you come into here, open the app, you're going to go to write. And then if you go to add a record, you're able to customize exactly what you want the sticker to do. So you can, it'd be a text record, a URL to a website, which points you to social media. They have a whole bunch of stuff on here. Contact cards, unfortunately, aren't working for iOS right now. They don't support scanning a contact card and immediately bringing it into your phone. However, if you have an Android, it will work there. I'm not sure why Apple blocks it, but get with the program, Apple. Other than that, you can do Bluetooth, Wi-Fi settings, whatever you like. So jumping back here, what I did is I made a URL. I went in and got my YouTube dashboard URL. So you can see I copied and pasted down below. I pushed OK. And here on the screen, it shows you URL, and that's what I want to write to this sticker. So the third option down is write, and you're going to drop the sticker right behind your phone. And just like that, it says, it's good. So here's an example. Got the sticker programmed with my YouTube homepage. I'm going to take the sticker, bring it right behind the phone. The phone reads it, and it prompts me to open up the YouTube channel. So once I click it, boom, there's my dashboard. So that's one of the super cool things about using these NFC tags is, let's say it's over there on the sign or a business card or whatever you're doing, you can put it on the back of your phone. Somebody wants to connect with you or you want to give out your information. They just walk up, boom, tap the phone, it reads it, will point you to the direction you want. It's super fast and efficient. These things, like I said, 12 of them are $5. So I thought that was a cool hack. All right, guys, that's a wrap for this video today. We got a couple other projects to finish up. Part 2 of this series is going to be taking the yard sign, building a frame around it. It's going to be durable enough to pound into the ground for Benson's window washing. We're also going to work on framing up that Brixton sign and just show you how we do our hangers and our final seal process. Other than that, I really don't have anything for you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell icon. It'll notify you when we post another video. Other than that, we'll see you on the next one.